4 games since 1997 in a row, so they don't risk any bad history as they win by 3. They're now 9-0-3 when leading after the first period. Nashville's 5-game home unbeaten streak snapped like a pretzel. How about the Panthers? After their 5th win in 6 games, resting Sean Berg tonight, so he sits. We're going the other way. And a little slip by the defender. Rebound and a goal. Miller puts the rebound home for the goal. Kip Miller without a stick. Check it out again. Peter Ratchik tripped over Miller's stick, and Miller had the presence of mind, which hockey players generally do. And the Penguins go on and win in a shootout, 7-4 over the Panthers. Yager now with a dozen. Not this month, but he's got a dozen. He also had an assist in the game.
And he's trailing Bobby Halik this month of the Devils. Following back-to-back 4-12 seasons, the Bears need a head coach to follow the departed Dave Wannstedt. They might want to look at Chicago Hall of Famer Mike Singletary and look him squarely in the eyes. He's had 0 coaching experience, but he has winning experience as a player and as a player in Chicago. Singletary had consistently told friends he wouldn't be interested. The 40-year-old, however, sure sounded like coaching material today on ESPN Radio 1000 in Chicago.
There are various coaches out there that I really think understands what it really takes to win. And I'm not sure spending 20 hours at the office today is what it takes to get there. It's not myself, whomever stepped in that situation to make sure that they're given the tools, the freedom and the tools and the authority to make decisions to help the team win.
With authority, no less. Ah, sugar. Dat Wade hopes to give some lumps to the Ohio State offense. Can he prevent the Buckeyes from staking a claim to the title? Somebody's a writer.
Imagine TV.
Hey, Freddie, I need a little information.
Well, my mind's a little fuzzy, Chief.
Let's clear it up.
Mercury Mountaineer, available V8, all-wheel drive, leather trim interior, 6-disc CD changer. I hear it's very comfortable.
You're good, kid. Where do you get your information anyway?
Hey, that's my little secret. Power moonroof, standard fog lamps, cast aluminum wheels.
Statistics show that 40% of all kids who smoke marijuana live in the city. Guess where the other 60% live?
This is Lusk, Wyoming. Cows outnumber people here 100 to 1. The thing that isn't apparent about Lusk is it's wired. Lusk has strung fiber optic cable for the future of high-speed internet. The schools have 320 computers for 500 kids. Home businesses on PCs are common. Why? They're practical people. They want to talk to the outside world using technology. They want to save their ranches with technology. They want to talk to the kids who've left and keep more kids from leaving by having the technology. They want to save their small town and keep it exactly the way it is. And they're using everything they can think of to do that. Technology is a tool. Software is a tool. These are the dreams it's made for. And that's why we make it.
Atop the list of candidates to replace Ray Rhodes in Philadelphia, Jim Haslett. He'd get to stay in state. The Pittsburgh defensive coordinator will visit with the Eagles officials on Thursday. Haslett available a little too early for his own liking. The Steelers out of the playoffs despite a defense that allowed the 3rd lowest yards per rush. Other things working in his favor. He's worked with Philadelphia's director of football operations, Tom Modrak. Both are Pittsburgh natives. Both are alumni of Indiana University of Pennsylvania. Carl.
Well, amazing what a shot at the national title will do to a team. Last year, Ohio State went to New Orleans with a loss and virtually no shot of finishing first in the nation. As one player said, we went down to Bourbon Street, stayed down there too much. We were liking what we were seeing. This year, they're seeing themselves with a chance to still get a piece of the national title pie. How? Carlos Diaz with tonight's breakdown.
Back in early November, it appeared Ohio State's national championship hopes had crash-landed in Columbus with a shocking loss to Michigan State. But with other unbeaten teams joining the ranks of the beaten during a wild December, Tennessee now sits as the only perfect team in the BCS, and the Buckeyes are doing the math.
I think if Florida State comes out with a victory and we beat Texas A&M, we beat them by a nice margin, I think we still can have a chance of sharing that number 1 spot.
If Tennessee wins, I don't think there's any question they'll probably undisputed national champion. If they lose a ball game and we're fortunate enough to win, well, then there's going to be several teams with one loss on their record, and anything can happen.
I mean, if it's 3 teams with 1 loss, I mean, we did hold the number 1 spot for 9 weeks, and, that's got to account for something. But, I'm not one that likes to take handouts and everything, but I think if there are 3 teams with 1 loss, I mean, we're just as deserving as any other team.
Such talk puts Texas A&M in the same position it was in heading into the Big 12 championship game, an underdog obstacle for a powerhouse team eyeing the bigger picture. But disregard the Aggies, and a team could pay a huge price. Just ask Kansas State. From the Sugar Bowl in New Orleans, Carlos Diaz, ESPN.
Breakdown is brought to you by the irresistible taste that makes you say, did somebody say McDonald's?
Still to come here on SportsCenter, we've got more hockey, including San Jose and Los Angeles, with some rather odd goal scores, including LA's Matt Johnson. Stay tuned.
We interrupt you for this special report.
I'm here at Kearney's Auto America, where there seems to be some kind of end-of-the-year sale. Let's get the word from the staff. Here's one of the gentlemen right here. Is it true that all the prices have been reduced? Yes. Sources say you're also offering no money down with approved credit. Is that correct? Yes. Is it true that no reasonable offer will be refused? Yes. Yes is the story here at Kearney's Auto America. Now, back to you.
You heard it here first. The year-end sale at Kearney's Auto America.
So you got a new computer for the holidays, and now you want to get it on the internet. Well, Internet USA has a special for you. Get January's internet access for free when you pay just $11.95 for February's internet service. There's no sign-up fee, just $11.95 for unlimited internet access. You get email, you get internet software on CD-ROM or disk, and if you need help, you get free tech support. For more information, call Internet USA 234-6413.
Partying on Federal Hill early. Forget New Year's Eve. They're celebrating Providence. Look out for the Friars. They beat Pitt tonight. Jamel Thomas, the leading scorer in the Big East, dropped 25 on them. Providence drops its second top 25 team in a week. Pittsburgh lost 4 of 5 and 5 of 7. Michigan State is a winner over North Carolina Asheville 64-39. How about Mateen Cleaves? Some say trying too hard. 2 points, 8 assists, and 6 steals. Spartans have won their last 4 by an average of 16 points.
Late night pucks for you. The Sharks and Kings. Sean O'Donnell protecting his goaltender, Jamie Storn. He takes on Ronnie Stern. That in the first period, the Kings having a 1-0 lead. The rare fight seen on SportsCenter. Both would serve 5 minutes for fighting. Later in the first, Donald Audette. Pretty good pickup so far. Gets the puck, holds it long enough with a big banger from Ray Ferraro. The Kings had a 2-0 lead, and they have a 3-1 lead now after 2. I mentioned some odd goal scorers. Well, Ronnie Stern has the goal for the Sharks. Matt Johnson, his second of the season for Los Angeles. Sharks are unbeaten in their last 5. The Hurricanes got by the Lightning tonight by a score of 4-3. The loss denying Jacques Demers of his 400th career win. The Hurricanes move 7 points ahead of second place Florida.
More to come now that the Wildcats football season is over victoriously. Time to focus on basketball. Lute Olson's club trying to stay perfect for 98.
How do I look? How do I look? How do I look?
Very good. I must say I'm amazed.
I am a pretty stylish girl.
The new Volvo S80. My
A
goodness.
pretty stylish girl.
Protect the body. Ignite the soul.
There are a few things you need to do to make your home safe for you and your family. Like setting your water heater at 120 degrees Fahrenheit to prevent burns, and installing smoke alarms outside of bedrooms. If your home was built before 1978, have it tested for lead-based paints. Did I mention proper wiring?
For a free brochure on HUD's Healthy Homes and to learn how an FHA loan can help you buy a home, just call.
HUD and FHA are on your side.
21st ranked Oklahoma State was a winner, 75-64 in this one. Adrian Peterson scored 20 points. The Cowboys will open up Big 12 play Saturday against Kansas State. Southeast Missouri State, they have now dropped 3 straight after a 4-game winning streak. Florida International taking on Arizona. Second half, Arizona up by 1. Damian McKnight from 3. Florida International up 42-40. Arizona responds. Justin Wessel to Richard Jefferson on the break. Arizona on a 17-zip run. It's college hoops. Everybody makes a run. It's a 15-point lead, and Arizona would put it away. Travis Wilson from the corner for 3, and Arizona wins 91-75 in the Fiesta Bowl Classic. Jason Terry, 21 points, 7 assists. A.J. Bramlett at 18 and 13, and Arizona remains one of 4 unbeaten Division I teams. They join UConn, Cincy, and Auburn.
All right, Louisville a winner over Morgan State. The final score 95-47. Not one Morgan State player shot better than 50% in the game. They were 0 for 8 from three-point range. Louisville was up at one point, 46-14. Nate Johnson bombs away with 20 points. Speaking of 20 points, that's exactly what Galen Young is averaging this season. North Carolina Charlotte will have to deal with Princeton. Princeton generally keeps you below your average. The Rainbow title game is coming up next.
Let's get going. Okay, there is no time to lose. Subscribers are waiting. We have to send out these official ESPN the Magazine duffel bags ASAP. Right, buddy?
Oh, ESPN the Magazine duffel bag. All right.
Subscribe now to ESPN the Magazine and get your sports the way it ought to be. Big and bold with unbelievable photos, honest interviews, previews and predictions, the teams to beat and the players to watch.
Ralph, I'm begging you, man.
Wally,
help
me. Believe we're giving these away for free?
Get 26 issues, a year's worth for just $1 an issue. That's 66% off the newsstand price. And with your paid subscription, you'll get your own ESPN the Magazine duffel bag. Absolutely free.
I wonder what lucky new subscriber is going to get this one, huh?
No subscriber is going to get that one unless you put it in a box.
Call now, 1-800-540-1155.
Don't miss Samuel L. Jackson and some of the biggest names in sports, music, and movies. We celebrate the greatest year in sports on the greatest night in sports, the 1999 ESPY Awards. And while you'll have to wait till February 15th to see who wins, here's a look at some of the nominees. For Pro Basketball Player of the Year, his airness, Michael Jordan. The Mailman, Karl Malone. Shaq, Shaquille O'Neal.
Jordan will never hesitate. Oh, what a play by Michael Jordan. Putting on a clinic, folks.
Malone hard to the hoop. Karl Malone dunks it. Shaq's got the rebound. Dribble drive Shaq. Underneath Shaq. He put it in. In transit. What a play. To follow your nominee, log on to ESPN.com to play the ESPY Challenge. Predict who will win the ESPYs, then follow your selections the night of the show, Monday, February 15th, starting at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, to find out how you stack up. You could win a trip to New York for next year's show. The ESPYs, presented by General Motors and Pennzoil, once again benefit the V Foundation.
Join me, Samuel L. Jackson, host of the 1999 ESPY Awards. Come relive the greatest year in sports on the greatest night in sports. February 15th on ESPN.
Wildcard football action this Saturday, ABC. Buff Miami. Coverage starts at noon Eastern. Flutie in his first NFL playoff game in 12 years. Then 4 o'clock, Arizona and Dallas. Cowboys going for a 3-game sweep of the Cards this year. Always tough to beat a team 3 times. Arizona, by the way, has won 3 straight games on last-second field goals. Is there a plumber in the house?
Gabe Lewellis, he's played every minute of the Rainbow Classic so far. We expect that to continue as he and Princeton go up against UNC Charlotte in the championship game next.
Today's Sports Century Classic Moment is brought to you by Oldsmobile.
Ending LIU's 43-game winning streak, Stanford's Hank Lucetti shows off his revolutionary one-handed shot to Madison Square Garden.
Hank Lucetti set.
the stage for modern-day basketball with his shooting. The jump shot came from that one-hand shot, and the game has erupted.
December 30th, 1936.
Start something special.
In a car commercial, you expect to see some fine print. Well, here's some of the finest darn print you'll ever see. For a short time, get 0.99 financing on all 99 Oldsmobiles. That means finance savings of up to $3,700 at the Start Something special event at your Oldsmobile dealer now. SportsCenter is brought to you by Microsoft. Where do you want to go today?
Hi, Bill Pito, Linda Cohen. Next Sports Center comes your way after the Rainbow Classic Championship between Princeton and North Carolina Charlotte. I'm Carl Ravitch.
I'm Steve Levy. That's up next. Get ready for Dave Sims and Larry Connolly. Guys.
The island of Oahu has been a beautiful and gracious host for the 35th Annual Rainbow Classic. Tonight, in the shadows of Diamond Head, a new champion will be crowned. Princeton will play for the title because of patience. Wait for the cut. Find the open man. Easy too. You know it's coming, but can you stop it? Can Princeton stop UNC Charlotte's Galen Young? He has the 49ers looking for gold at the end of the rainbow. Welcome, everybody, inside the Stan Sheriff Center here in Honolulu, Hawaii, for the championship game of the 35th Annual Rainbow Classic. Out of the Ivy League perennial power, the Princeton Tigers taking on UNC Charlotte out of Conference USA. Here's how the teams got here. UNC Charlotte held off the home team Hawaii last night by 2, while Princeton did nothing but make Texas crazy in their semifinal matchup. Hi, everybody. I'm Dave Sims. Glad to have you with us. Great game tonight, a test of wills. Princeton spreads you out. They make you do a lot of things you're not familiar with. They play the clock big time. Meanwhile, UNC Charlotte, big, athletic, and scoring a lot of points here in Hawaii. My partner's Larry Connolly tonight, and he's standing by with UNC Charlotte coach Bobby Lutz.
Thanks, Dave. I am standing here with Bobby. And Bobby, obviously you've had a chance to pick up a couple of big wins here in the Rainbow Classic, but you've also had a chance to scout Princeton. What do you have to do to shut down those backdoor cuts?
Well, I don't know that you do, Larry. You just have to play your principles. In one day, there's no way that we can prepare for Princeton and all they do. We're just going to try to stop as many as we can, contest our three-point shooting, which I think is every bit as deadly, and then we've got to focus on our offensive execution. We've got to score points against their matchup zone.
Okay, Bob. Good luck to you tonight.
Thank you very much.
Dave, this guy's young enough to maybe be even the point guard for this club.
I tell you what, Larry, he tried out for him 20 years ago when he was cut from that 77 team that went to the Final Four. Princeton and UNC Charlotte, plenty of intensity in store for you tonight in the championship game of the Rainbow Classic. We're glad you're with us. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Bob Monroe. Have you been injured at work? Recent changes in workers' compensation laws have made it even more difficult to collect what you're entitled to because of your injuries. That's why you should see an experienced trial lawyer right away. Our firm has represented injured workers for years and years. We know the workers' compensation laws, and it costs nothing to see if you have a case. I represent injured people. When you're injured, call me, Bob Monroe. And remember, I don't get paid unless you do.
So you got a new computer for the holidays, and now you want to get it on the internet. Well, Internet USA has a special for you. Get January's internet access for free when you pay just $11.95 for February's internet service. There's no sign-up fee, just $11.95 for unlimited internet access. You get email, you get internet software on CD-ROM or disk, and if you need help, you get free tech support. For more information, call Internet USA 234-6413.
What happened?
What?
I thought you were demanding to be traded.
Yeah, well, turns out there's only 2 teams in this league, red and blue.
What?
So it's not like I had a whole lot of options, which is why I'm getting me an agent and I'm jumping ship to the NHL.
Murph, you are exactly 3 inches tall.
Maybe so, but I wear big skates. And you know what they say about guys with big skates?
I am aware, my friend.
Hi, I'm Doug Flutie, pro football player and father of an autistic child. A lot of people buy Flutie Flakes because a portion of the proceeds go to help autistic children. But there's another way you can help. Dial 1010-220 when you call long distance. You can talk up to 20 minutes for only 99 cents. And every time you use it, a donation will be made to the Doug Flutie Jr. Foundation. So dial 1010-220, talk up to 20 minutes for only 99 cents, and help some great kids at the same time. It's a win-win situation. I wish football was this easy.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of NCAA basketball is brought to you by Courtyard by Marriott, the hotel designed by business travelers.
We're in Honolulu, everybody. Good to have you with us for the championship game of the Rainbow Classic in the Stan Sheriff Center. Princeton and UNC Charlotte. Take a look at our starting lineups for this evening's contest. Coming up for Princeton, Gabe Llewellyn, Chris Krug, Chris Young, Brian Earl, and C.J. Chapman. For Brian Earl, in 7 of 8 in-season tournaments, he's been all-tournament and 4 times MVP during his career. Young, Gardner, Price, Smith, and Thomas for Charlotte. Kendrick Smith playing real well. He's got 7 points. The first game, 10 points out here, and he's getting to play a lot with Delaney Hill out for the year with an ACL injury.
Got an interesting matchup between these two clubs. The very patient Princeton and obviously UNC Charlotte. Very athletic and quick. A couple of big, strong comebacks during this tournament.
Yes, indeed. Princeton on the offensive first. Charlotte showed a lot of grit coming back against Murray State and especially against Hawaii. Scott Thornley, Mike Sanzier, and Rick Hartzell are the officials this evening.
Well, Dave, UNC Charlotte worked a lot on this today. They were defending those backdoor cuts and that high post offensive start that Princeton throws at you.
And it's one thing to practice it, but then when you get it for real, face-to-face, it can be a little bit different. Nice pump faker, C.J. Chapman for 3, and he hit it. C.J. Chapman, 32% on the season. That's his 15th of the year. 3-0 Princeton. Here's some full-court pressure.
How about his three-point shooting? He did 44 three-point attempts and only 13 two-point attempts.
That's unbelievable.
It's better than 3-1. Once again, the matchup zone by Princeton. You'll see this all night long. We've watched them the last 2 nights do this. Had a lot of effect. Nice pass inside.
Price, a real good physical player. Kelvin Price out of New Iberia, Louisiana. He's a great physical specimen, as is Galen Young. And a couple of things that Bill Carmody's concerned about, the physical nature of this Charlotte club and the fact that they shoot the basketball so well. Here's Chapman. The other thing that's been interesting too, Larry, in these first 2 games, and we'll say it now, every time Princeton has needed a big bucket, Earl, man with the ball right now, or this guy right here, Gabe Llewellyn.
10 and 32. Mark him down in your book right now.
They have made it happen.
Well, they really moved the basketball.
Young up top.
How about Young's assist last night? 7 of them.
Krug with 4 on the shot clock. Chapman puts it on. Just eat the block. Oh, that's a big time
block. How many times do you see a block that far out on the floor?
Kendrick
that was
Smith.
Outstanding. Whoa. Bill Carmody, even though it was against your club, you got to believe this is one of the best defensive plays you're going to see all year. Look at that. He almost caught the ball as it left his hand.
Oh, that's outstanding.
What a play by Kendrick Smith. I got a little excited over that one. Wow.
You're not used to seeing a little guy just inhale one.
That was big. Once again, that matchup zone. I think there's a blind spot in this Princeton zone defense. The matchup, if you can get it down inside in that paint area, Florida State had success doing that, getting it in there, as did Texas. They just didn't get enough of them in there.
Here's Smith up top with 14 on the shot clock. Thomas, pretty good shooter. 9 on the shot clock. Smith. They get it to Galen Young. Young, baseline pull, a little short. Rebound, Krug. Gardner with the takeaway. And a good bucket there for Charlotte. 4-3.
Lost the
49ers.
Lost a attempt by Krug there. He had the ball, had the rebound, and lost the handle. Don't lose the basketball under your opponent's goal.
Good pressure by Charlotte. Chapman. They find Earl.
Boy, nice job that time of closing down by Price.
They reverse the ball. Krug, long shot, no good. Rebound, Smith.
Good push. Hard to run on Princeton. They had the most amazing stat last night. They didn't have a single offensive rebound.
Phenomenal.
Not one. I've never seen a game where a team didn't get at least one offensive rebound.
You figure you're going to get at least one by absolute accident. Young, corner, no sir. Rebound, Chapman. Yeah, that is unbelievable. 0 under offensive rebound, 24 on the defensive end. And they get a foul on Joby Thomas, number 31 in white, freshman out of Charlotte.
His first personal first team.
Take a look at the semifinals against Texas. You talked about some interesting numbers. 2-point field goals, 10 of 15. That's 67%. 3-point field goals, 7 of 18. Free throws, 15 of 20. Not much better than that, Dave. You can't shoot the ball much better than that.
And I tell you what, the other thing, too, you brought as a backdoor cut. First one of the night. Earl can't convert.
Oh, that's not a good sign for Princeton when they're missing those easy ones.
Point you made last night, time of possession had to have been unbelievable for Princeton.
Princeton must have had the ball about 70% of the time on offense last night. Good pass.
4-3 NC Charlotte. Price, all they had to do was lay it up and in.
See, there's that open spot again. If you can get that ball down low against that matchup zone and get it up quickly, you'll get open in there.
Here's Young. Bill Carmody said he played a little timid last night. He liked the way he performed on the offensive end. There's a foul against Princeton. It's against Cruz. It's a blocking foul. Our first TV timeout. 15:42 to go. 4-3 Charlotte over Princeton.
Come celebrate 20 years of incredible values during Toyotathon's 20th anniversary. It's the best time to find the best value on Camry, the #1 selling car in America, with extra value package savings up to $1,100. The biggest celebration of the year is at your Toyota dealer. So don't miss Toyotathon's 20th anniversary going on now.
This simple-looking device is the key to discovering your hidden potential. Introducing the Bowflex Power Pro. Bowflex uses patented power rod resistance to give you an incredibly smooth, natural feel for over 60 different health club quality exercises. It's time to get the results you want with no money down and payments as low as $33 a month. Call right now for your free video and brochure and discover the look you've always wanted with the Bowflex Power Pro.
UNC Charlotte with a 1-point lead over Princeton. One of the compelling stories is Charles Hayward had a reoccurrence of his leukemia. Here's Bobby Lutz.
Charles has dealt with this relapse with leukemia better than I could and better than anybody I can imagine. He's such a strong young man. We talk with him every day, and he knows that we're thinking about him, and we wish he was here. And our guys, they may not show it outwardly that much, but privately, they dedicate just about every game to Charles, and they miss him, not only on the court where he helps us, but off the court because he's a lot of fun to be around, and he knows we're thinking about him.
49ers make sure they keep Charles Hayward close to them with his name chart from back in Charlotte. Take it with him on the road. He had a reoccurrence of the leukemia. Went in for his routine checkup December 23rd. Found out that it wasn't good, and this was the day before the club left to come out here to Hawaii.
Had a relapse, had to start taking chemotherapy treatments on Christmas Eve. Missed all of last year as a result of this. He's a very courageous young man, and I know he's listening and watching, and we want you back, Charles, as quickly as you can get back, pal.
Here, here. Charles had a great season a couple of years ago. 23 points and 15 boards.
One of the most recruited players UNC Charlotte has ever gotten. One of the best.
Young will try for the three and hit it. How about Chris Young? That's his second of the season.
Out of 12 tries.
That was a part of the game that Steve Goodrich excelled at for the last 4 years at Princeton.
One thing I like about Young, watching him play last night, his points obviously suffered, but what did not suffer was his passing. He did a great job delivering the ball last night.
Princeton with a 2-point lead, 6-4.
Matchup zone, 49ers trying to look inside if they can.
Galen Young trying to attack, draws a crowd, tried to leave it for Kelvin Price and turns it over. 49ers on the season, 16 turnovers a game.
One of the things Bobby Luch talked about today, and I really appreciated this as a coach, he talked about, yeah, it's tough to try to guard Princeton because they give you so many different looks and they've got such command of the way they run their offense. He says, we've got to be good on offense. That's our problem right now. We've got to be able to score.
Good up fake by Young. Lou Ellis for 3. Bingo.
He loves that spot,
Ellis. He hit a big shot last night against Texas from that very same spot. He went unguarded, too.
Once again, Princeton back in that matchup zone. Occasionally, they'll go through with a guard if he goes to that corner. This time, they don't.
And they call a jump ball. Arrow favors Princeton, and good news for UNC Charlotte. Number 22 is Diego Rivera, a real charismatic player. Look what he did in the against Hawaii, against Murray State. Did not play against Hawaii. And if you saw their game against North Carolina, you saw what he was doing. Hitting threes all over, streaky player, blowing kisses to his wife up in the crowd. You got to love it.
He hit 7 threes against that Tar Heel defense. And he does. He blows kisses to his wife, Patricia, after each time he makes a 3. A nice gesture.
Keep him in good graces. C.J. Chapman's got a 3 tonight. Krug. 9-4. Princeton Tigers.
Once again, the cuts. Anytime you see the post man, see the cuts around him. Young always looks.
Taking an offensive foul against Princeton.
You know, Dave, we have watched Princeton play twice out here now, and I can't remember any time when they've committed so many offensive fouls so close together. There's no question about that. Brian Earl just simply pushed off. Good to see Guevara back in there again.
Suffered a sprained neck against Murray State. He can play both guards, but clearly his best position is the 2 guard. But with Delani Hill done for the year with the ACL problem, he had to play at the point. Smith was in some trouble there. Check that Price.
3 seconds.
3-second violation.
Yeah, Price had taken up residency in here. With the way taxes are around here in Hawaii, you don't want to stay here too long with that.
3 turnovers. Last 3 trips for Charlotte. Here's the other thing. Bill Carmody's club, they're going to limit you to the amount of opportunities you get, shot opportunities, so you cannot afford to turn it over.
Well, I've talked about this for the last 2 nights, the fact that they keep you on defense, and no player likes to play a lot of defense.
Put yourself at the top of that list or what?
Yes, sir, buddy. Charlotte doing a nice job. They're in a little bit of a matchup zone right now.
Nicely done.
What's Young, 2 for 2 now?
2 for 2 for
Oh.
3-point range for the freshman, the 6'10 freshman from Dallas.
Scouting report for the 49ers was make sure you shut down Lou Ellis and Earl. And all of a sudden, Young's the guy jumping
Here's
up.
a point of concern, too, Larry. Princeton putting a little distance between themselves and Charlotte. 8 points. And Bobby Luch told us this afternoon, 8 for them is 20 for everybody else.
He's absolutely right.
9-0 run for the Tigers. Gardner. Thomas outside.
Yeah, we talked about 3-point shooting for Princeton. Charlotte shoots the ball pretty well from 3-point range.
6 seconds to go. Tough shot in the corner. That is short. Taken down by Young. The air ball by Joby Thomas.
Talking about their shooting, they're shooting 38% from 3-point range. That's actually better than what Princeton's
Sure
doing.
enough, 33 for Princeton. 12-4 Tigers. Backdoor cut. Krug is there. Can he muscle up? No. Thomas. Here comes Guevara. He dribbles out of trouble. Sets up Thomas inside. Young, nice front. Makes the steal.
Well, Thomas was trying to deliver the basketball down low that time to Price, and Young made a nice maneuver defensively around the hip. Got around Price and got the steal. Nice defensive work.
Brian Earl, 2 turnovers for Princeton. There's the 3rd one right there. Charlotte's got 5. Guevara, nice lead to the hole, score the goal.
Boy, that is a positive thing to see Guevara going up and down the floor. The steal, then the good delivery of the pass.
Marlon Thomas, big crowd favorite in Charlotte. Senior out of Memphis East High School.
Good trap by the 49ers, and Princeton handles it. You know, you've got to know that Princeton sees every kind of defense imaginable to try to get them out of this patient offense.
Tee it up for another three. Short this time. Llewellyn rebounds.
First offensive rebound they've had in the last 2 nights.
Is that remarkable? First offensive rebound. Are you kidding me? 10 minutes in. 58 minutes. 50 minutes, rather. Jeez.
Well, here they are again, though. They've got you on defense. They keep you reeling.
Another big three. Chapman too strong on that one. Guevara rebounds. Comes Charlotte down by 6. Big crowd drawn. He throws it up. And Kelvin Price has not had a couple of good trips here.
But Dave, the other thing they do to you is they want to make you throw up those kind of shots.
Oh,
because they go up, get it back, and run it for 40 seconds.
Experimental 45-second clock in this tournament. Inside.
Nice play. Nice defensive work. Price.
Can he hammer one home?
Yeah! Oh, did he ever? I mean, that is the court, one end of the court to the other. Bill Carmody's upset. What a great play by Price.
Young and Price, 2 explosive players for the 49ers.
Well, that was a big-time play from a guy who is 6'8".
In the corners, Earl. Young comes out to bail him out. Chapman will try another 3. A better touch on that one. He nailed it. That's a killer. 15-8.
Well, I mean, here's a guy that shoots 39% from the year, 32% from three-point range coming in. But you leave him that wide open, he's going to make it.
We've seen more guys left dead wide open to get a good look at it the last 2 nights. It's amazing. And that's, you know, you come in armed knowing that they can hit the 3-point shot.
Now the 49ers a little bit more patient on offense.
15-7. 49ers scoring close to 70 points a game. Galen Young, no. Kept alive. Earl gets the loose ball. Check that. That was Marlon Thomas with the hoist from the left side.
Good idea to bring Young out there. He kind of relieves the pressure against the guard, and 49ers back into that straight man-to-man defense. Watch the back cuts now.
Earl finds the open man, Chapman.
See, they do that penetration move, and then they kick the ball right back out.
Wallace in the corner. Shakes free. Nice move along the baseline. And they get Marlon Thomas for the foul. That's his first. 7:38 to go. Princeton 15-8 over UNC Charlotte.
Who are you?
I was hired by your roommate.
Well, out of my way, I want a Bud Light.
I don't think so.
This is ridiculous. I live here.
Sorry. You ain't on the list.
List? Is there a problem, Bruno?
Nothing I can't handle.
That's what I like to hear.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light.
Now am I on your list?
Let's see. Nope.
Hey, we work here in the ESPN, the magazine shipping department. We really love our jobs, especially these days because, well, we're sending out a free gift to all the new subscribers. There's no time to lose. Subscribers are waiting. We need to send out these official ESPN, the magazine sweatshirts ASAP.
Subscribe now to ESPN the Magazine and get your sports the way it ought to be. Big and bold with unbelievable photos, honest interviews, previews and predictions, the teams to beat and the players to watch.
Ralph, please shove a sweatshirt in the box.
Hey, you know, I've always loved this shade of blue.
Get 26 issues, a year's worth for just $1 an issue. That's 66% off the newsstand price. And with your paid subscription, you'll get your very own ESPN the Magazine sweatshirt, absolutely free.
Wonder what lucky subscriber is going to get this one, huh?
No subscriber is going to get that one, Ralph, unless you put it in a box.
Call now, 1-800-682-18.
Championship game of the Rainbow Classic. Princeton leading 15-8. Dave Sims and Larry Conley with you from Honolulu. And here's something for you. Tomorrow on ESPN at 5 p.m. Eastern Time from Atlanta, Georgia, it's the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl featuring number 19 Georgia against number 12 Virginia. Some great players. Quincy Carter, the quarterback for the Bulldogs. They got the two-way player, Champ Bailey. And the Cavaliers have the multifaceted offense that averages more than 5 yards a rush. Check it out, the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. That's tomorrow on ESPN at 5 p.m. Eastern Time.
When I'm not wandering around the country doing basketball games, occasionally I will go down to the Peach Bowl, drive down to the Dome and watch a game. It's always a good one.
Llewellyn rejected inside. He gets the ball back, and they'll start it again. The block by Kenny Whitehead, who came in, the 6'10 freshman.
Man-to-man defense again by the 49ers. Watch the cuts. High post, the flare.
Mason Rocca is in the game, number 45 for Princeton. He had some good moments here in the tournament. Chapman will leave him open again. Can't get it. Rebound. A big one. Brought down by Whitehead. This is Galen Young with the ball right now. So we're under 7 minutes to go, first half. Oliver's in the game. From the corner. Nice shot by Galen Young.
This guy's got a great game. Very consistent. He is the only player on this 49er squad that has been in double figures in every game so far this year. Very explosive, very quick inside.
Earl shakes free for a moment. D. Tolliver. Here's Young rolling to the hole, wide open. 17-10.
You know, they do it with the back cuts, but they also do a nice job of curling and coming off of those screens. If you don't switch or at least deny a cut through there, you're going to get in trouble.
Guevara, long range, he hit it. There's the kiss. Guevara with the 3. His 32nd of the year. He's a 41%er from long range.
Yeah, you know Bobby Luce is happy to see that young man back and playing again.
Way outside is Young. Young with 8 points.
With double screen and stagger screen there. Cut down the middle. Nice job. Good help that time on the other side by Thomas.
This will be interesting, too, this matchup of the 2 double nickels, Young and Whitehead. Long shot. Earl, too strong. Big rebound. But lost out of bounds by the 49ers. Got a timeout on the floor with 5:38 to go. First half here in the title game at the Rainbow Classic. Princeton by 4.
Hi, I'm Bob Monroe. Have you been injured at work? Recent changes in workers' compensation laws have made it even more difficult to collect what you're entitled to because of your injuries. That's why you should see an experienced trial lawyer right away. Our firm has represented injured workers for years and years. We know the workers' compensation laws, and it costs nothing to see if you have a case. I represent injured people. When you're injured, call me, Bob Monroe. And remember, I don't get paid unless you do.
So you got a new computer for the holidays, and now you want to get it on the internet. Well, Internet USA has a special for you. Get January's internet access for free when you pay just $11.95 for February's internet service. There's no sign-up fee, just $11.95 for unlimited internet access. You get email, you get internet software on CD-ROM or disk, and if you need help, you get free tech support. For more information, call Internet USA 234-6413.
Go-go boots, feathered hat, fat gat, hippie chick, bachelor's jerk, disco diva, Gucci shirt, shark skin slacks, gunny sacks, patent leather, boa feathers, hip huggers, toe juggers, brown shoe, rhythm moves, golden man, lingerie, saddle shoes.
At the Attic Vintage Clothing Store in Las Vegas, the only thing that's out of style is using American Express. So bring your Visa card. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
Welcome back, everybody. Charlotte trailing Princeton 17-13 here in the title game of the Rainbow Classic. Coming up on Monday, Jan 4 at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, ABC, home of the Bowl Championship Series, presents the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl from Sun Devil Stadium in Tempe, Arizona. It is the College Football National Championship game. Number 1, Tennessee, taking on number 2, Florida State. Don't miss it. T. Martin and the Volunteers taking on the Seminole defense. And January 4th, ABC Sports and ESPN.com bring you the first ever enhanced TV during the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl don't miss it. And that is going to be awesome, Larry.
That's an interesting situation. Really not a computer experience or a television experience, but a little bit of both. Tune in your computer and you can play a little bit with it and also watch the graphics as they're updated during the game. I think that's a wonderful innovation.
Take you into that TV truck. Brings it right into your home.
We are both so computer literate that we can jump right in there and do that. You'll probably call a few plays, won't you?
Yeah, not that they'll be listened to, but give it a shot.
Well, that'll be great. That really is. Wonderful innovation.
Price with a steal attempt, and they do get it back. Here's Tolliver. Under 5.5. Young for 3. No, sir. Rebound, Llewellyn. Charlotte has got some giddy up, don't they?
Yeah, they really have. Good athletes on this club. It's just so tough playing patiently against a Princeton team that runs the offense the way they do.
Practice it. You can. We've sat here. Let's try that again. I know my conjugation. We've sat here the last couple of days and watched these coaches talk about the patience and et cetera, et cetera. But again, when it smacks you in the face, it's a totally new experience. Young reaches under. Hey, there's a goaltend. No doubt about that one. Galen Young, if he leaves it alone, they're okay. 10 points for Young. And he's got 3 rebounds.
Galen Young with a nice move there, but it was a little bit too late. Watch again. Well, this is a nice move by Chris Young. Goes down underneath, and yeah, he was heading up. Off of the glass. He touched it after it hit the glass. Illegal screen underneath. I think they're going to get Kelvin Price.
Chris Young bouncing back from last night when he struggled. Price, his foul, and his first. And how about Princeton, Larry? 7 baskets, 6 assists.
It's typical of the way they play, though, and they get almost an assist on every shot.
You bet. And again, you missed the last couple of nights. Last night, folks, Princeton game against Texas. What about an hour 47? The game before against Florida State, every bit of an hour 35. Rocket in the lane, taken away. Charlotte's got it. And a timeout was called by the 49ers as Thomas was on the floor. So he's got it for the 49ers, but right now Princeton still leads by 6.
Refreshing as a mountain stream. Busch. Head for the mountains of Busch beer.
Come celebrate 20 years of incredible values during Toyotathon's 20th anniversary. It's the best time to find the best value on Camry, the #1 selling car in America, with extra value package savings up to $1,100. The biggest celebration of the year is at your Toyota dealer. So don't miss Toyotathon's 20th anniversary going on now.
If I said you could get your hair back free, get up to 65% off major hotels, plus save as much as $180 on American Airlines, you'd probably think I was kidding. Well, guess what? I'm not kidding. We're not about drugs or surgery. We're about adding real hair in with your own. So call 1-800-HAIR-CLUB now for your free brochure. Free hair, and for limited time, up to 65% off major hotels and up to $180 off American Airlines. Just prepay for a club plan, and the hair is free.
Sometime way down the road when Larry Conley retires, here's the young man that's going to replace him.
He's reaching out for that job now.
Other happenings here in the Rainbow Classic. Mississippi State wins. Florida State and Texas earlier in the right before we started here finished third. 84-72. Gabe Manecki with a big game.
Yeah, it was a big game, and a big game for Texas, getting ready to go into Big 12 play. They actually are not going back home. They're going straight to Colorado to play Colorado at Colorado before they go back. Time to get into the family next week.
Oh, yeah. The Big East saw what Connecticut did to Villanova today. Put a hammer on him. Gardner straight away, a little short. Rocca's not a big scorer, but I tell you what, tip balls, loose balls, and he had a big bucket in the first half yesterday.
Yeah, he sure did. Had a good game, too. 11 points, 4 rebounds against Texas. That's like getting 20 and 8 off of anybody else on any other club. Now they're in a zone. 49ers in a little bit of a matchup zone. Now they go back to a man-to-man. You know what? I think they're switching defenses as the shot clock winds down. They talked about that today.
Game clock winding down, too. Coming up on 3 minutes to go. 13 on the shot clock. Llewellyn, here's Young. Young's hit a couple of threes. Earl looks at the opposite shot clock. Back door. Llewellyn got hit. Loose ball. And Charlotte's on it. Gardner takes over.
A rare turnover for the Tigers.
So Guevara into the corner to Marlon Thomas.
You can see Young coming up a little high on that. He should come out and get Guevara because he's going to bury it.
That's his layup. Diego Guevara. As we mentioned, 41% from deep. He's got 2 threes tonight, 6 points. And it's a 3-point edge for Princeton right now. How about Brian Earl? No factor thus far. No points on 0 for 2 shooting. But Chapman is killing him. Chapman 3 for 6. He's got 9 points. 9 points for C.J. Chapman.
Isn't it great for Bill Carmody that he could reach down there and grab 2 guys like Young and Chapman tonight to replace Llewellyn and Earl on the scoring end of it?
Amazing. Tough shot along the baseline by Price. Llewellyn came down with it. Just remarkable.
Well, what it does, you know, David, gives those guys confidence. It means they don't have to depend on Earl and Llewellyn every night.
Well, that certainly was the case the last 2 nights.
Oh, there's no question about that.
Nice fake by Earl. Maintains control. Feed the hot hand right now. Here's Chapman. 3 of 6 from the field, all 3-pointers. Llewellyn's way outside. No rebound. Goes to Price. Under a minute and a half to play. Charlotte down 6. Price to the hole. Foul. And guess what, Larry? This will be the first free throw by either team.
Oh, yeah. I just looked up the team fouls. What is that? 7 total team fouls?
Charlotte with 4-3 for Princeton.
And the line, Kelvin Price, shooting 2 shots.
Second foul on Chris Young. Bill Carmody a little frustrated on the bench.
Hey, Dave, I read an interesting thing the other day. Pete Carrill came out here and played in the Rainbow Classic in 1979, and he swore that he would never play another warm weather tournament as long as he was at Princeton. So Pete leaves, Bill Carmody comes out here, and he's already won 2, and he's in the championship game.
Chris Krug just came back into the game for the Tigers. Good look at Kelvin Price. Rolls around the rim and in. 1:20 to go in the first half. 22-17. Princeton Tigers. Largely because of this man, C.J. Chapman, the sophomore from Aurora, Colorado.
Okay, you probably think they look alike. But with Gateway, you get basic help over the phone for as long as you own it. After a month, you pay for it. Here, you get a color printer. Nope, not here. This one you can trade in toward the purchase of a new one after 2 years. Yours forever. Still think they look alike? We'll build you a PC with an Intel Pentium 2 processor for $1,598 or $45 a month. Call 1-800-GATEWAY.
It has the power to excite you. It has the power to move you. It has the power to take you places you never knew existed. It is, of course, your Visa card, with the power to get you a seat to Michael Tilson Thomas and the San Francisco Symphony at Davies Symphony Hall. So bring your Visa card, because you can't get in using American Express. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
22-17, Princeton on top with 1:20 to go, and yet another fast-moving first 20 minutes. And make sure you stay with us here on ESPN as we bring you the Courtyard by Marriott halftime report with our pal Steve Levy. He's going to update you on all of today's stories, which include the Villanova-UConn matchup in the Big East, UNC Greensboro at Duke, and Conference USA action.
I've got a good one on Sunday. Marquette in Cincinnati. I get a chance to go back and look at the Bearcats again. I saw them a couple of weeks ago in Las Vegas. I want to tell you what, I'm going to start putting my plug in for a potential Player of the Year candidate in Kenyon Martin. He is having an outstanding November and December.
I saw your game with them last week. Almost a turnover. Krug bails out Llewellyn. That was a game where he went up and just ate somebody's shot.
Oh, he does that every night.
Unbelievable. Just went up and took it midair. Earl 0 for 2 from the field. Llewellyn 1 for 3. The big guns not heating up, but this man Chapman has done the job tonight for Princeton. He's got 9, and Young has also done a fabulous job. 4 of 5 shooting. He's got 10 points.
'49ers have come out in a little bit more pressure, man-to-man. Boy, good quick move by Young over there. Llewellyn has got to go meet his pass. Anytime the ball's thrown to you, you learn that from about the 3rd grade on. Don't wait for the pass. Go get it.
I think we've all run several laps because we did not do that properly.
Or up and down steps. Nice play.
Rocket turns it over. Price. Bingo.
And that's 2 plays by Price defensively in this first half that he's been able to convert into baskets. Outstanding defensive play.
Princeton's 8th turnover. They'll milk this final 30 seconds.
If they can hold on to the ball.
Right.
49ers are really putting some good pressure on them.
Rocca up top. I just heard some fans say, take the ball away from him. Easier said than done.
Yeah, you get out here and try that.
Back door. Earl in traffic. Austin. 3 seconds. Young with the shot. It's up in the air. And it's short. Nonetheless, Princeton goes to halftime with a 22-19 lead. C.J. Chapman has done a terrific job. 9 points. And Steve Levy, the 2 big guys, Earl and Llewellyn, not big factors, but Princeton still with the lead as we send it back to you.
All right, Dave, Larry, thanks very much. We look forward to seeing you guys for the exciting second half action. Princeton has allowed 46 points in each tourney game so far, just allowing 19 to UNC Charlotte at this point. Well, coming up in our Courtyard by Marriott halftime report, we've got plenty of scores and highlights from around the country, including the always exciting Big East matchup between UConn and Villanova. And the Huskies really ran the floor well tonight. And when they got there, they were able to spread the wealth. Would it be enough to get by Villanova? And Duke in action. Elton Brand coming into your living room next.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of NCAA basketball is brought to you by Toyotathon, celebrating 20 years of incredible values.
You're invited to Toyotathon's 20th anniversary, celebrating 20 years of unbelievable values on Toyota's full line of cars and trucks. You'll find incredible extra value package savings and low lease deals. And check out the all-new Camry Solara. Toyotathon's 20th anniversary. With over 1 million satisfied Toyotathon customers, it's one invitation you'll want to accept.
This is a real mom and pop hardware store. I think we have a nice family feel. A couple of months ago, we got a little bump in our car. Oh, we've been with our State Farm agent for 26 years. Because I think he puts his personal self into it. Just like we do at the hardware store, he actually listens to what your needs are. It makes me feel pretty important.
Get to know your State Farm agent.
You can't put a price on a good relationship.
Hi, we're in Miami. We've got a sink, new Pert Plus with clean conditioning. We're washing hair and we're changing minds. Excuse me. Hi. Excuse me, ma'am. I ask you a couple of questions. Hi, can I ask you a couple of questions about shampoo? Shampoo. Have you ever used one of those shampoo and conditioners in one? Have you ever used one of those shampoo and conditioners in one?
No. No? Yes.
What'd you think of it?
Didn't like it. I hated them. Kind of limp and dead. Weighs your hair down.
We're 0 for 4, my friend. Look at this. I don't know what you've heard about Pert Plus in the past, but it's totally changed. And I've got a sink right over there, and I got a sink right over there. It's reformulated Pert Plus. Here we go, ladies. All right, but this stuff, since they redid it, it's been revolutionarily, like, redesigned and has water-based conditioning. You see, there's no buildup, so your hair's going to feel clean. Tell me what it feels like.
Wow. It's wonderful light. It feels light. It's light and it does seem lighter.
Oh, wow, that's great. Hey, new Pert Plus with clean conditioning. Fantastic. We're washing hair and we're changing minds. Excuse me.
Hi, folks. Steve Levy back at our Courtyard by Marriott halftime report. We're at halftime of the championship game of the Rainbow Classic. Princeton leading UNC Charlotte 22-19. UNC Charlotte scored a season-low 50 points back on December 2nd, and they lost to Kent. They'll be hard-pressed to match that 50 points tonight. Elsewhere, UConn off to their best start so far this season, going 15-0 4 seasons ago. They were trying to get to 11-0 tonight as they took on Big East rival Villanova. Highlights of this one for you. There's Edmund Saunders watching his team start running early. Early in the first half, Khalid Al-Amin alley-ooping to Ricky Moore. 10-2 in favor of the Huskies. Al-Amin had a career-high 9 assists. Steve Lapis, hey, no excuses. I don't want to hear it. More problems for Nova. John Celestin throws it away. Al-Amin the tip to Richard Hamilton, and Hamilton would start to take over. Huskies at 26 points off turnovers. There from 3. Hamilton the other side. He had 27, reached the 1,500 career point plateau. Second half, Hamilton showing why he's a star. Passes up the shot, and then the kick-out pass to Moore. Moore finished with 13. Jim Calhoun and the Huskies extend their home winning streak to 27 games. They win 100-76. Elsewhere, Providence goes into Pittsburgh and wins. Pittsburgh's lost 5 of their last 7. UNC, Greensboro, and Duke. William Avery the steal. Stopped by the rim. That's embarrassing. Blue Devils would get it together, though. Later in the first, Elton Brand the steal. And man can finish. Brand at 18 and 12 in the game. More out of the Blue Devils. Chris Carrawell, alley-oop to Chris Burgess. Hey, two-handed flush. Duke by 22nd. Shane Battier misses. You know, that's okay. When Corey Maggette is there, they'll follow Maggette finish with a career-high 22. And Duke rolls easily, 104-58. They had 5 players in double figures. Duke had 17 steals. Greensboro, 24 turnovers. Oscar Robertson was watching the Bearcats take on UNC Wilmington. Second half, Bearcats already up big. Melvin Levitt hitting one of his 5 3-pointers in the game right there. More out of Levitt, although this time with a bit of a twist. Levitt for 3, misses, but that's okay because he follows his shot. Hey, kids at home, you want to follow your shot. Levitt finished with 23. Cincinnati wins 81-52. Bob Huggins, congratulations on career win number 400. They out-rebounded Wilmington 32-21. Levitt had 23. Wilmington turned it over 19 times. Arizona over Florida International without a problem. Jason Terry led 5 Wildcats in double figures. He had 21. Raja Bell had 21 points and 5 assists. Arkansas took care of North Texas without a problem. The two teams combined for 91 3-point attempts. Arkansas was 19 of 54 from 3. That's a school record for attempts for them. Wisconsin looking for their first win against Michigan since January of '82. Game tied at 36 in the second half, but not for long. Sean Mason from 3. He led all scorers of 29. Badgers up 3. Lewis Bullock trying to keep the Wolverines in it. Brandon Smith to Bullock. And Brian Ellerby enjoying what he saw. The game tied at 44. Wolverines up 1. Bullock finds Robbie Reed. Nice touch there. Sinks to 3. Bullock and Reed combined for all but 10 of Michigan's points. Mason trying to respond. Not that time. Air balls. The Badgers bench in shock. Reed and the Wolverines celebrate. They win by 4, 59-55. In this one, Wisconsin, its 10-game winning streak over. Michigan's now won 16 straight over Wisconsin at home. Michigan State was a winner as well. They took care of UNC Asheville. They've won 5 in a row. While Asheville headed in the other direction, they have dropped 8 straight.
This halftime report is presented by Courtyard by Marriott, the hotel designed by business travelers.
darkness, evil is evolving.
It's creating a new life form. What? Extremely intelligent.
Terror.
Oh my God.
Is taking shape.
What is this thing?
It wants us for spare parts.
And man's time on Earth is running out. From the producer of T2 and Aliens. Virus. Rated R. Starts Friday, January 15th at theaters everywhere.
Welcome back to our Courtyard by Marriott halftime report. We're in the championship game of the Rainbow Classic. Princeton leads UNC Charlotte by 22-19. In their 56-46 win over Texas last night, Princeton had 0 offensive rebounds. As far as tonight is concerned, they had 3. So they're already well ahead of that pace. Thank you. Elsewhere in college basketball tonight, UAB and Tulane, they had some things in common. Both play in Conference USA. Both came in with 2-game winning streaks. However, Tulane is averaging 17 turnovers per game. That is something UAB wants nothing to do with. The opener of in-conference play for both of those teams tonight. Highlights, and here we go. Early in the first half, UAB with the ball. Andrew Bass, the dish to a wide-open Damon Cobb. Without a man in his face, he connects. That would tie it at 10, a pivotal point in the game. Second half, more UAB. Bass again, this time to Antonio Jackson. Why go outside when you can go inside? UAB wins 88-78. They have defeated Tulane 5 straight times. UAB shot 56% from the floor. Damon Cobb and Fred Williams had 23 points each. DePaul at Dayton. First half, Dayton was up too early. Quentin Richardson tries to save the ball. Tony Stanley, the steal there. Goes the length of the court, slams it home, 2 of his team high, 18 points, 35-28 Dayton at the break. Second half, DePaul trailing. Lance Williams, the jump hook for 2 of his game high 20. DePaul cut the lead to 3. Shot clock winding down. Bobby Simmons the 3. Andy Metzler the rebound, starting the break, the give and go with Edwin Young. Metzler the layup and the foul. Dayton wins 70-59. Their bench outscored DePaul's bench 14-0. Stanley, 18 points, including 4 3-pointers and 8 boards. Also, VCU was a winner over Southern Mississippi. Elsewhere, Morgan State and Louisville. Morgan State looked like they were in for a long night. The Bears were down. Curtis King, 16-foot jumper, got it, game tied at 2. And after that, it was all Louisville after a 2-2 tie. Eric Johnson, great entry pass to Tobias Hopper. And then the Cardinals on the run. Dion Edwards beating Nate Johnson for the dunk. 20 for Johnson. Then finally, Alex Alexander, the steal. He's gone the length of the court to dunk it. All 3 of those buckets, part of a 24-zip run in the first half. That made it 26-2. And yeah, you could have guessed the outcome of this one. Blowout city. Louisville out-rebounded Morgan State 56-26. Morgan State, they go 0 for 8 from 3-point range. Elsewhere in college basketball, Cornell took care of Lehigh 53-45. Lehigh had 19 turnovers. For the winners, Wallace Prayer at 17 points, 6 boards, 5 assists. Nice all-around night for him. And St. Joe's a winner, 87-69 over Harvard. St. Joseph's had held San Francisco to 28% shooting in a 63-50 win. They do it again. This time they shut down Harvard to win.
Now it's time to meet the home team, Midway Chevrolet Mazda, starting at quarterback veteran Calvin Shear. He's surrounded by a high-potent offense, able to score great deals quickly. The defense is senior squad with years of experience that keeps the team running smoothly. The special team plays a special part in the whole team and is handpicked by the GM. And there, Coach Brian Hamilton, along with his great assistant coaches that come up with new plays each day. Come see our home team, Midway Chevrolet Mazda, Kearney.
So you got a new computer for the holidays, and now you want to get it on the internet. Well, Internet USA has a special for you. Get January's internet access for free when you pay just $11.95 for February's internet service. There's no sign-up fee, just $11.95 for unlimited internet access. You get email, you get internet software on CD-ROM or disk, and if you need help, you get free tech support. For more information, call Internet USA 234-6413.
Of America's finest baseball school in teaching the mechanics of the Major League Swing 2. Tommy Mansky's powerful teaching video that features the same revolutionary techniques that have produced baseball world's back-to-back-to-back AAU national championship teams. Parents, players, and coaches have been simply amazed at their students' rapid week-by-week improvement. These award-winning techniques benefit players of all ages and ability levels and make a valuable addition to any coach's library and a great gift. At just $29.95, call now.
If you enjoyed what we just showed you, and even if you didn't, make sure you stay tuned for SportsCenter. It's coming up after Hoops. Linda Cohn and Bill Pito standing by. All of your college basketball news. And, of course, what's going on with the bowl picture as well, pucks, and it's all coming up. SportsCenter after the game. The second half after this.
You guys are in here again? I can't believe this! You're always in here nursing your injuries. I have never seen such a group of cream puffs in my life. This is football! I need guys that can play!
Man, I thought he'd never leave. For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
Hot dog, anyone?
Okay, you probably think they look alike. But with Gateway, you get basic help over the phone for as long as you own it. After a month, you pay for it. Here, you get a color printer. Nope, not here. This one you can trade in toward the purchase of a new one after 2 years. Yours forever. Still think they look alike? We'll build you a PC with an Intel Pentium 2 processor for $1,598 or $45 a month. Call 1-800-GATEWAY. Step up. Learn to see farther. Learn there are teachers who won't allow you to fail. Learn to dance, to draw. Learn that the real challenge doesn't come from the outside, but from within. And that there's more to you than you ever knew. Be all you can be.
3-point halftime lead for the Tigers here in the Rainbow Classic Championship game here in Honolulu. Dave Sims and Larry Conley with you, and we want to thank the hospitality folks here for these lays. They've been magnificent all 3 nights, I'll tell you.
Just beautiful flowers.
No question about it. They smell great. But to our game, Princeton has seen Charlotte do a great job defensively, but yet Princeton still has had some answers.
Well, they have, Dave. And when you take a look at the defensive work that Charlotte has done in the first half, it has been outstanding. Princeton handling the ball outside. Now, they only got 5 attempted field goals from 2-point range, but watch, see the switching right there? UNCC doing an excellent job pressuring the ball, switching on the screen, getting back and helping, and then once again, the movement, the back cut, good coverage of the back cut. So give the 49ers credit. They're doing exactly what they need to do to keep the ball away from Princeton on the inside. So Princeton obviously has had an answer, and that answer has been their 3-point shooting. They've done everything well. The kick out, and there's Llewellyn with the buried shot from the outside. Their 3-point shooting was outstanding in the first half.
First half numbers. Field goals, look at the 3-pointers, 6 of 13 for Princeton against 2 of 6 for the 49ers. And how about the 49ers? Just 17 shots. They average close to 58 per game, and I don't think they're going to get anywhere near that neighborhood tonight.
Second half beginning, you can see Princeton right there.
How about an exclamation point there? Galen Young, little backdoor themselves for Charlotte.
Hey, how about, yeah, but I don't see Princeton's guys getting up there like that. I mean, he was way up there.
Got a 1-point game. And that's a good energizer to get things going for the 49ers.
Well, what a good start for them. Galen Young. Bobby Luce made a nice call that time. Coming out of the locker room, said, let's run a set play and let's throw it up there.
4 points for Galen Young. Makes it a 1-point. Here's a backdoor. Young kick it to C.J. Chapman. Hero first half short. Young rebounds.
Big offensive rebound. Young gets it and kicks it back out. And once again, Princeton with their half-court game.
Young, big first half, 10 points. Chapman
Watch the ball move. Good crisp passes. Good cuts.
Back door, Young, lefty layup is good.
Did you see that move? He's got the skill to do that. At 6'10", go out, make the little jab step, turn it quickly down the lane. Pretty play. Good pass.
It's like we talked about in the open. You know what's coming, but can you stop it?
Well, he matched baskets to start the second half here. Princeton back into that 2-3 matchup.
Marlon Thomas. Marlon gets it back.
Okay, here we go. What's this? Down the middle. Now they're backing out playing Princeton's game.
Guevara, Joby Thomas, Marlon Thomas, Galen Young, and Kelvin Price for the 49ers. Long range by Guevara, misses. And here comes Princeton one more time.
I think that's the longest shot we have seen in the tournament.
Yeah, and there have been a few. Chapman with a real strong first half. Earl, normally the guy that puts a dagger in the heart when you have to play against Princeton. Been quiet here in the first 20 minutes.
Lots of skip passes, looking for the guys in the Princeton uniform. This offense is so tough. Cuts, the moves, illegal screen, yeah.
They get Chris Krug for the foul. For Krug, his first.
Chris Krug.
Little excitement right here to start this second half. Watch again, Guevara with a nice pass inside. Galen Young with a catch. And the dump down inside, flushed it away. What's Princeton do? Of course, the back cut, an easy layup. You know what? They both counted 2 points.
That's right. Young forced it. Price couldn't save it. Princeton will take over again. Chris Young, number 55 for Princeton, a big guy at 6'10". He's a pitcher on the baseball team. Now that Dallas wanted to go to the University of Texas, that's why last night he had to have been really pumped to play against the Horns last evening.
Dave, I was looking at the minutes played by these Princeton players. Obviously, you and I knew about Lou Ellis and Earl coming in, averaging 39.5 minutes a game. But both of these guys have played every minute in this tournament. You think that'd start to wear you down a little bit, but they show no ill will at all.
Not at all. Earl against the pressure. They try to trap him. Finds Krug, who's open.
Sort of strange to see Princeton with 9 turnovers already.
Young, lefty hook is up, no good. He hit a couple of those in the first game.
I'm disappointed if I don't see at least one Princeton hook during the game.
Joby Thomas. Marlon Thomas to Guevara.
Price wants it inside.
And it went off the foot. Princeton player. Charlotte will inbound, 31 seconds on the shot clock. Guevara will start things out. Young takes a look at it, shoots over Llewellyn, short. Kept alive, Marlon Thomas kept it alive, but went out on Krug. We'll stay right here.
49ers doing a nice job of getting up there and battling on that backboard.
Price in the corner. And he throws it off of Krug. Boy, he was in no man's land. He had nobody coming to help him either.
I'll tell you what, if you're the guy defending in that corner over there, and that guy's getting ready to throw the ball off of you, I'm going to tell you, that's a little scary. You know what's coming. You just don't know where it's going.
My man, the feet, please. Here's Joby Thomas.
6 shot.
Ties the game at 24.
Thomas really strong. 11 points off the bench last night against Hawaii. Pressure again by the 49ers. We're going to get a hold.
Joby Thomas picks up the foul.
Ball number 5.
Charlotte, last time 49ers led was at 4-3. We're tied at 24.
Well, Joby Thomas with a nice shot right there. Filling it up. Getting the 49ers tied with Princeton.
They get it across.
You know, the one thing about playing Princeton, if you go out and pressure them, you don't have to worry about them laying up. You just hustle back down the floor, because if you put pressure, once they get it across half court, they bring it back out and start their offense.
Back door, Earl, layup, left hand.
There's that little jab step out to the sideline. You think you stopped him, boom, he turns, goes right to the basket.
first basket for Brian Earl, who's been outstanding throughout the entire tournament. Usually his game is a three-pointer, second all-time in the Ivy League behind Matt Maloney of Penn. Marlon Thomas is good. That's a triple. Marlon Thomas, 52% on the season. And Charlotte, their bench scoring has been outstanding. 10-0 against Princeton.
Not surprising.
No, not at all. And Joby Thomas. Princeton got to get into their bench. Jason Morocco will come in when we get back. Charlotte with a 1-point lead.
それではクレステッドビューこんにちは。ウィンターゲームが始まるのはジャヌアリー16。スノーマウンテンバイクの選手たちはフィアレス・ロディオ・ガーショーン・ポーマーさんです。ガーラム・カウボーイ。わあ、助けて。それはstupid no break madness。いやー、オーマイゴッドですね、これは。Winter X Game, January 16 to 21. Presented by Mountain Dew.
The skull bone's connected to the neck bone. The neck bone's connected to the backbone. Oh! The backbone's connected to the crotch bone. The wrist bone's connected to the hand bone. The hand bone's connected to the toucan. That's how you slam it down. And that's how you slam it down. I'm sorry now.
Some people buy cut-rate car insurance figuring they'll probably never have a claim. But then something goes wrong and there's no State Farm agent to turn to for help. So the choice is yours. Go with a State Farm agent who will be there for you, or go it alone.
Charlotte, a good second-half team, has a 1-point lead over Princeton. And here's Bobby Lutz's formula on how he wants to play Princeton.
You have to be patient. If you rush and take a quick shot and don't score, you've played into their hands, because now you're going to have to play defense for 35, 45 seconds again, and that's going to make it very difficult to be successful. So we have to do some things on the offensive end to make them play defense and make them spend some energy on that end, so that we're not always doing it when they have the basketball.
So far, so good here. Charlotte has taken a 1-point lead. Bobby Lutz in his first year, longtime assistant at Charlotte, after being a very successful coach at Pfeiffer College. Princeton turns it over. Guevara, pull up. Good!
Nice shot. Tell you what, this UNCC team plays much better in the second half than they do the first half.
Stretched it to all of a 3-point lead here. Second half, 5 minutes in. Dave Sims and Larry Conley with him.
Now they turn up the pressure. 49ers doing a nice job, doing what they have to do against this Princeton offense. You heard Bobby Lutz talking about it right there. He said, we got to do things well on our end. Well, he has so far on the offensive end.
Cross court picked off. Marlon Young waiting for it. Young ahead of the pack. Good night.
That's another thing they've done. They've got into the passing lanes and been able to make some good steals, and they've converted.
Bobby Lutz telling his guys, come on, keep the pressure on. Foul against Charlotte.
Look at Lutz over there. Boy, he is really charged up. And why not?
Foul is on Kelvin Price.
Watch Guevara right here with the basketball. Pull up, take a look. Yeah, he's about 8 feet out, right in front, sticks it in the bottom of the net. That's a good play. Watch Young, Galen Young in the passing lane right there. Gets it away from Rock and pushes it to the other end.
Three-pointer, no good. Taken down by Joby Thomas. So an interesting development here. Now Llewellyn just 1 of 3 3-points tonight. Brian Earl 1 of 4 from the field, 2 points. That's for Princeton. Guevara going for another. Can't get it. Young rebounds.
Hey, little Princeton right there, huh? Get the offensive rebound, kick it back out, run your offense.
Guevara and Smith in the backcourt right now. Joby Thomas, Galen Young, and Kelvin Price for Charlotte.
UNCC has really dominated this second half. They've done it mostly with defense. Their defense has really been able to get them triggered and going the other way.
It's definitely energized them. Here's Young. Against Llewellyn, raises up. And it's good. Galen Young having a great game. He's got 8 points.
He had a good one last night. He had 22 against Hawaii.
18 in the first game against Murray State. Princeton got here beating Florida State 50-46. Texas 56-44. Charlotte 88-75 over Murray State and 70-68 over Hawaii.
49ers have backed off of that pressure.
Chapman for 3. He got it.
See, I think you got to keep that pressure up. You've got to make them do something with the basketball. The 49ers have been successful going the other way with it, and it was their defense that got them started. They backed off that time, and now Preston's back within 3.
12 points for C.J. Chapman, all on 3-pointers. He's 4 for 8 from 3-point range.
See Preston back into that 2-3 zone. A little matchup.
Guevara calling for the